Hey, Susie. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Linda. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Beautiful day here in Boulder.
Did you say it's chilly there?
No, it's beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful here today, too. And it's actually a little chilly.
It's 80 degrees here, I think.
Really?
I think so.
It's warmer there than it was here today, I think. Yeah, it feels like fall today, but it's spring. But I'll take it.
Every day is beautiful.
Indeed. Hey, Rainey. Hey, Toe.
Michael, this is my husband, Toe. Toe, this is Michael.
He finished stanza 12. Hey, Neely.
Hey, Linda, how are you doing?
I'm good. Hi, Jill. And I think I said this maybe on Sunday, but if you are able to keep your camera on, Geshe does look at the Zoom monitor a lot. So I know he loves to see your gorgeous faces. So if you don't mind having your camera on, I recommend it. It makes that connection to the teacher a little stronger. At least I believe. That's my own opinion. Hello, Heen. Hello, hello.
Oh, you can't have any.
Oh, looks like Geshe's here. And Dan, I don't think you're muted. I don't know who you're chatting to. Oh, Geshe.
Sorry.
Please turn to, let's see, in the prayer book, page 27, and we'll recite the 7-limb prayer. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. Now the short mandala on page 97. Saji perki shushing metok tamni rablingji ni degen padi sangye jingdu mi te uwa ido kunanda shin la che parsho Jetsu lama dampa kyenam kichurku kala ense chujinchi jita tsampe Duje zima la jab geche ki charpa tu so idam guru ratamandalakam niryatayami. Now, the refuge in bodhicitta prayer is on page 98.
Sanje chedan sanje chonan la chanjo bano Nage chushin jebe sunan je no la meje la je no Sanje chedan sanje chonan la chanjo bano dane Nage chushin jebe sunan je no la meje la Sanje chedan soje chonan la chanjo bano Dagi chushin jebe sunam je dola meja la je no yo. Soda la me me na me je yo no je je la so je je la ja ja la la. So je ya so ra do je je de ve ni je mo de da je je la me chu je ne de je je. Na mo la ye ke na na de je ke de mo da na me ye ke na na do ku ne na na je da. Tam je ke do da ke chu de do. 한개 동생녀서는 나와는 좀 하면 나면 주는 뭐 권한다 나죠. Good evening. So on Zoom, so oh yeah, good evening. So yeah, patient. Yeah. Tonight topic that is like patience. Jimba Sutim Seba. Bodhisattva practice, even though there's like hundreds of thousands of different kinds of bodhisattva deed, when you're trying to summarize, then you summarize into 6 perfections. So out of 6 perfections, so this one is like the perfection number 3rd. 6 perfections, there's mainly once you generate bodhicitta, so then you are supposed to engage yourself into these 6 types of practice, what is called like 6 perfection, Padachimatu. So the patient is number 3. Devi Juni, now the reading the Shantideva's root text, okay? Devi Juni Rangajuns. Devi Ju cause for happiness. All the happiness that generated through like 6 senses is pretty much temporary. Longest object is available, so that kind of pleasure is available. When the object is not available, so that kind of happiness or pleasure is no longer there. So then when it comes down the mind, so that not necessarily depending on like external objects. So the pleasure, the happiness caused by thinking. So the way cause of happiness, physical happiness, mental happiness, cause of happiness. So it's rare. It's rare. It happens occasionally. It doesn't happen every single moment. Till we are not completely liberated from samsara, so then it's very hard to have happiness all the time. So that's the fact. That's the fact. Dunga June Shindumangs cause for complication, problem, trouble, sufferings, too many. No need to prove because very obvious when you experience that all the time. Dunga meba ninju mes. Even though there are like within the samsara, there are like six different different types of migrator beings. So that's part of samsara. So then a lot of the celestial realms is not the proper realms to generate renunciation, bodhicitta, wisdom, realizing emptiness. Why? Because they don't go through so much trouble like we human, all the human and animals in desire realm that we go through. So their life is relatively, compared to desire realm, their life is much easier, much easier. So therefore, they don't go through a lot of complications, a lot of problems, trouble, sufferings. Therefore, for them, it's very practically very harder for them to motivate themselves to liberate from samsara, even though they are part of samsara, but they have less opportunities to because everything looks fine, experience fine, looks fine. So therefore, the desire realm is the best. So if without trouble, without complication, without suffering, it's harder to motivate yourself to liberate from trouble or sufferings, because there is in another realm there's no suffering like that. We beings in desire realm go through. They don't have that type of sufferings. Lifespan of they live probably long time. That's not like human. So therefore, so the desire realm, as we have better chance to liberate ourselves from samsara. What I'm trying to say, because here, like a lot of troubles we go through. Something to think about. Wish does not rise if there's a wish for freedom. When there's no freedom of speech, so that people really want to achieve freedom of speech, because why they have strong desire to achieve freedom of speech? In the first place, you don't have freedom of speech, so there's suffering. So that kind of motivates you to achieve the freedom of speech, So because that's why you fight, struggle, to fight for freedom, because you don't have, in the first place, you don't have freedom. If you already have freedom, you don't fight for freedom. It doesn't come. The wish to fight for freedom does not occur because you already had about freedom. So there was third line, no suffering, no renunciation. So therefore, the last word, what Lamrim said, last word?
Therefore, mind, you should stand firm.
Yeah, stand firm. A lot of people may think, doing good things. You only do that only for sake of religion, beliefs. No, that's completely wrong. Completely wrong. People must do good things. Must do good things. When? Now, right now. And not just that, people should just do good. Do only good things. Only good things. Why? That's the only matter. After death, nothing matters. After death, nothing matters. Nothing. Nothing is beneficial. Nothing. Even this body you call crops, it doesn't benefit you. Your own body doesn't benefit. Then of course wealth, possession, title, education, relatives, all of that is not beneficial. Only if you did good things, that's the only that benefit. Therefore, do only good only good. Why? That's what is matter after death. When I should do only good now, why? There's no guarantee. We have ideas, oh, maybe I'm going to be here tomorrow. There's no guarantee, there's no guarantee. So therefore, doing good things cannot be wait. We cannot afford to wait. When? Do now, because time of death is uncertainty, that's why. Hmm. Hmm. So, why you do good things? It benefits you, that's all. It benefits you, it's not just sake of religious belief. It benefits you. It benefits you now, it benefits you after death. That's the only thing that benefits after death. And while you're doing it, while you're alive, when you do good things, it benefits you. It benefits you. You can tell you can tell that by experience. So that's what do you call? Chiwagutuk. Meditating on death based on 9 point kind of sums up there, right there. Meditation on death based on 9 point kind of sums up what I said. It just kind of sums up all of that 9 point there. So do good when now, then do only good things because that's the only matter. After that, nothing matters, nothing else matters. That's why. So renunciation is meant for you. So now we see what His Holiness says. Even though this life is not perfect, there's all kind of problem issues, but we should strive for happiness. We must put effort to create happiness. Within your life, within other people's life, we must try. Even though life seems like very imperfect, there's all kind of problem, but still we must strive for creating more happiness. Because we have this body, so because of that, of course there will be problems because we have this body. But seeing this body as I would say suffering is very, very tough, very, very difficult one. Very, very, very difficult one. You have hair in your palm, but you can't see. But there's hair in your palm, you can see. You cannot see. There's hair in our palm, but we cannot see that. Or it's very hard to see. We don't see, or it's very hard to see. So similarly, seeing this body as a suffering is like hard as that one, hard as like that. Seeing this body itself as suffering is like hard as like seeing a hair in your palm. In the sutras, the Buddha said, the sutras. So then, also because of this body, that's why there will be like complication problems. It's like unpreventable. You can avoid, you can prevent. It just comes with the package. That's all. So cause for problems, there are so many. Cause for suffering, there are so many related to the food that we eat, the things that we drink, things that we do. There are so many things that contributed for our suffering. So many things. Dunga Juni Mangshi. So that's very true. So that's one of that. Dunga Juni Mangshi. Namjo da Demba Shiki Dunga Jute Tumbe Junto Juni Dewatus. If someone who's thinking deeply, someone who are wise, or have wisdom, there is possibilities. You can transform all this cause for suffering. There are so many of them. You can transform them into you can transform those into the conditions that will create happiness. True, very true. Meaning that you don't have to like feel bad. You don't have to feel down. You don't have to feel depressed. If you are wise, if you have wisdoms, there's possibilities. It's very possible that you can transform all this cause. There are so many causes for suffering. You can transform. You can utilize. That. Transform into the conditions that create happiness. Very true. Nganzu dunga ne tapsu kone rangi yundian nam kompeto tongchos. Dunga tapsu kone. Using one's own suffering as a conditions to improve your inner qualities. Very possible. Very possible. Therefore, he's only there, but Jada Shivale, dunga meba ninju mechesumbayas. Ninjung renunciation is the mental qualities. It's the mental qualities. It's not something like some kind of stuff or things. It's the mental qualities. You gain that mental quality using suffering as conditions, so that create renunciation. So like a lotus grows into the muddy pond, but lotus itself is completely free from mud. But it grows from mud, but itself is free from mud. Similarly, renunciations grow out of suffering, but itself is freedom, liberation. So we have better chance. Without suffering, there will be no wish to overcome. Wish to overcome is same as renunciations. What is renunciation? Is the wish to overcome from suffering. So that's what is renunciations. Nothing more, nothing less. What is renunciations? Overcome from suffering, wish to overcome suffering. That is the renunciations. No suffering, there will be no wish to overcome, because in the first place there is no suffering. So that's the renunciation. It's not like escaping from somewhere and going in, escaping, running into the mountain in the middle of nowhere. It's not like that. Misunderstood. Renunciation has been misunderstood. Renunciation is the wish to overcome from suffering. That is the renunciation. Okay? Not wanting suffering, that's the nature of things. That's the natural things. That's the natural things. It's not really unique things. It's natural things. Nobody, even animals. But kangan namla segum chindeji nipa, kangan namla segum chindeji nitop, they compare to tong tulse, able to bear hardship, able to bear hardship. There's like you see, no need to read a book, you see from your own naked eye when you go to Nepal. When you go to hiking on Himalayan mountain, you see, very obviously, you see how you can bear and how they can bear. There's a big differences. So able to bear hardship, able to bear hardship. Compared to Tongse, if you increase the ability to bear hardship, even the smallest problem, if you increase the ability to bear even the smallest, flight may no go on time, no come on time, flight may no leave on time, and flight say, oh, it will come 9 o'clock, it may show up like 1 o'clock. So that's the life. That is the life. Thank you. So, a lot of people, they go out of their mind, scream, yell, scream. You don't want to change the situation, it's just making yourself more miserable. Or maybe like, so many things could go wrong, things could go wrong, therefore, increasing ability to bear hardship is very much needed. There are so many things could go wrong in so many different ways. So therefore, increasing the ability to bear the hardship is very much needed, sake of your peace of mind and your happiness, not only sake of religious belief. So, Kangan Namda Sogum Chedeji, Niba, wish to bear hardship. Like, Manju Sebe Niba Kong to Pejurius. So we all must increase our patience, the practice of our patience, deepen our practice of patience, or increase our patience, tolerance, patience, decrease our anger, jealousy, pride, all the disturbing thought. We should decrease them. We should increase tolerance, patience, loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta. So you get so much benefit by doing that. In this life, while you are alive, breathing, after death, the benefit continues. So now he's on quoting the Guide to Buddhist Way of Life, composed by Master Shantideva, Indian Master Shantideva. Many hundreds of years ago, that book's already been written, many hundred years ago, many centuries ago. So what Shantideva says, Komna lava machubi muti kaya yomai, teve neba chungumbi, neba chumbu sevachus. Komna lava machubi muti kaya yomai. If you practice, there's nothing out there, it doesn't become easier. If you practice, there's nothing out there that does not become easier. Therefore, never chungombe, if you manage to tolerate small difficulties, that practice itself helps you down the road, able to bear bigger problems. That's the next two lines. Never chungombe, never chimpu sevachos. Never chungombe, never chimpu sevachos. Are you talking about doing that physically? Not really. Main is mentally. No matter what kind of circumstance, you always find to think something positive and transform that situations or event into something for your own benefit, the benefit of other sentient beings. If you're practicing Bodhisattva path, it's not physically, mentally. Oh, it seems very hard. It seems like almost impossible. Remember what Shantideva said, if you practice, there's nothing out there, it doesn't become easier. Is that true? Analyze, investigate, analyze, do research. How you drive so well? Are you like born with that skill? No. You learn how to drive, you are not born with the skill. How come that you speak so eloquently? Are you born with that? No, you practice. How come that your handwriting is so good? No, you are not born with that, you put a lot of effort, practice. So that's why now it's like, seems like a piece of cake because you put like, it's not like that. You practice many times, now it's become like that. Everything. When we practice, there's nothing, Shanti, there was even once you practice, there's nothing out there that doesn't become easier. Are you born with typing on computer without looking at keyboard? No, you practice. You are not born with that, you practice. Somebody taught you how to do, you practice. Before that seems like almost seems like impossible. Not able to finding the keyboard. You are telling me now goal is to type without looking at keyboard. That seems like far to reach, far to reach or achieve. So now you are already doing it. You still believe it's far to reach? No, you don't. I don't think so. How that happen? Practice. Effort, practice, seeing, believing what your teacher say, or convinced he or she is doing that. You're kind of convinced, and you have interest, and you put effort. Now you have result. Same thing. Next two lines. Learn how to tolerate simple difficulties. That practice itself helps you to tolerate bigger difficulty down the road. Is that true? Time to analyze. Satang, heat, rain, cold, heat, rain. No, that's also they're saying mean that expressions, the Tibetan expressions. So meaning behind that expression is like that we should not become very sensitive. If you become so sensitive, then your life will be problematic. Your life becomes problematic if you become very sensitive. For example, like if someone blows, then you say, oh, so cold. It's not that cold. But then when you say like ha, usually when you say ha, that's kind of like hot breath. When you blow that cold breath, when you say ha, so cold, then you say, oh, so hot, like, so that meaning behind that Tibetan expression is like, there you yourself become so sensitive. Means almost zero patience. So that become problematic. For your life. So therefore need a patience. Okay? Satang, heat, cold, rain, wind, etc., food, clothes. This goes on. House, paint in the house, friend, clothes, shoes, hairstyle, all kinds of things. List goes on and on and on. Satang, chata, unsotang, netang. So then sicknesses, it's kind of hard. Chingda dexo, tiring with ropes, somebody's hitting. Dagi sere micha de tetachana never fails. Why you need patience? Otherwise, problem increase, problem multiplies. Once you learn how to tolerate, problem decrease. Suffering of not, when you go to Nepal, they say, oh, like flight will come 9 o'clock, so they go there probably 7 o'clock, make sure that you don't miss the flight. End up waiting 2 hours, become 9, the flight didn't show up. If you tolerate, problem decrease. If you become very impatient, intolerant, meanwhile, there's nothing you can do. Nobody can do. Meanwhile, you are very angry. Your friend that around, they're also uncomfortable because you are so angry. They don't know what to do because you are so angry. And that's exactly what it means, problem increase. It already has problems, but that now increase. If you tolerate, or maybe they're stuck, We are not in the United States, we are in, like, Nepal. Maybe that's how things runs there here. So then maybe problem decrease. So that's example, or increase, decrease. So never fails, problem increase. No patient, problem increase. When you have patients, problem decrease. Reduce, problem become, problem minimize, decrease. Zero patients, then problem increase up to 100 degrees. Halde nganzo hajangi sosin jinshi yinzi chi dunga chimbu samban namja tedar minans. If you have tons of patients, for you it may not seem, the problem may not seem big as people think. For you it's not that big as people usually think. That's why I call namjuje means wise thinking. You are wise thinking. You are great thinker. Otherwise, zero patients, everything becomes so problematic. Everything becomes so problematic. Then you become like walking, ticking as a time bomb. That's like that. If you don't have patience, even the smallest things bothers you. Even the smallest things bothers you. So then your life becomes problematic because you can't tolerate anything at all. Many things that very much depend on the way we think. Many things around us is very much depend on the way we look at. If someone breaks glass in your kitchen, there's many different way of looking at that event. One way to look at that event is like, oh, no, people die, things breaks, not big deal. You are not going to suffer. You are not going to suffer for that event. Or you could suffer a lot for that event if you look at it from the different perspective. Maybe end up lecturing that person, how come you break this out, then so many things, then conversation goes on and on, meanwhile nobody happy, you are not happy, some person who brought the class is not happy, so then all kind of problem for based on what? Piece of glass. Probably that costs like $1 in the Marshall, you can probably get $1. Just like you sacrifice all your happiness for $1, nothing. So like that, they need to think. Thinking is very much important. Every event need to think, can't react right away. Before you react, you need to take your time, breathe, sit back, breathe, think, is it worth it? Maybe it's not worth it. What's important? Your peace of mind, that's more important. Your happiness, that's most important than anything else. Your happiness is more important than the glass. Don't act like your glass is more important than your life. So that your life become problematic. Need to wake up. Time to wake up. Need to become wiser. There's just an example. Many things happen. Somebody knocked down something. Somebody misplaced something, and need a lot of wisdom. Okay, wisdom just to maintain your peace of mind. Need a lot of wisdom. Then, of course, increasing your peace of mind, of course, requires a lot of wisdom too. Just maintaining, protecting peace of mind, maintaining your peace of mind also requires a lot of thinking. It won't come automatically. It requires a lot of thinking. friend become enemy, not easy, not heavy occasion, it's not heavy occasions. But that could become that could become huge problems the way you look at. Or it could become probably less problem the way you look at and the way you deal with that. Oh, I heard general complication of samsara. I was taught, I was taught somewhere, I heard somewhere, I read somewhere, like uncertainty, no guarantee is a part of the general samsaric problem. So now that's what is happening here. No guarantee. Friend become enemy, enemy become friend, stranger become friend, stranger become enemy. There's no definite. There's no unchanging friend, does not exist, but we created by our mind. Unchanging friend does not exist, but we created from our mind. Unchanging enemy does not exist, we created from our mind. Something absolute. There's nothing's absolute. Nothing's absolute. Everything's changing moment by moment. If you're aware right from the beginning, when it happens, then much easier. I just added there, so that's what he sort of said. Many issues in our life is very much depend on how you look at, the way you think, Oh, very true, very true, very true, very true. Yeah. So now the next stanza from Shantideva's text, Lala dagi trato na pade lakwa jejuyus. Lala shinji trato na bojin jawayus. So this is probably like the stanza is like the main point of this stanza is about courage. nganzu sevi nipa kumbe to tong tupze nganzu kanga chenpo tete nganzu tata segom chatumi sa. If we increase ability of our patience, if we increase the power of our patience, so then when we face difficulties, you are going to be all right. You are going to be all right. You are going to be all right. You're going to be all right. So when you're going to the stanza, can you read the stanza?
See, in the Flash of Lightning book, it says, stanza 17, when they see their own blood flowing, there are some whose bravery increases, while some grow weak and faint merely at the sight of others bleeding.
So the first one probably refers to someone in the battlefield, so they get probably more angry, like just forget about fainting. The second one refers to a person like me, the faint. This is about courage, okay? So now, what is patience? He's holding this like commentaries. What is patience? Nece harm. Yana dunga chimbos chila kate choko. When we facing issues, big issues, problems. Nganzu dunga ti semla parjet tong mi juba shila kwayes. So that issues does not disturb your mind. So that is patient. Why it doesn't disturb your mind? That is patient. Whatever that preventing your mind to get disturbed, you have patience. Your patience up to date. Your patience up to date. Patience is powerful. Dunga, they are not dunga chimbo. So now see, that's the core meaning of patience. What is patience? Something that prevents. It's like your defense. Something that protects your peace of mind from issues that you're facing. Your peace of mind has been protected, even though there's issues. Your peace of mind is not be disturbed or destroyed. So that is patience. That is the patience. So now you see, do we need that? Yes, we need that. Do I need to become Buddhist? Of course not. You don't need to become Buddhist to practice patience. Why you need to become Buddhist? Or why you have to believe in something? Just believing in that. Patience means protections for your peace of mind. Now ask yourself a question, do you need that? Yes. If the answer is yes, so then need to practice. Dunganam tumbichim to jujuta yidungwa shikdu munju cheba. Dunganam tumbichim to jujuta yidungwa shikdu munju cheba. Ka. It's not like transforming, even though there's a practice, transforming problem into something so that helps you to, to gain some mental qualities such as realizations. This practice do exist. Means like transforming problem into the conditions, transforming problems. It's almost like transforming problem as a bridge. When you cross that bridge, that other side, there's happiness. That's very possible. That practice do exist. Quintessential instructions how to transform suffering into something good. That practice do exist. It's not easy. If you say somebody, oh, that's so easy, it's not true. It's not easy. Difficult, best, but difficult, not easy. Unfortunately, it's not easy, but best. Difficult is very difficult, but best. Bad news is not easy, good news is the best. This is the best. Difficult is the best. Same like kale. Tastes horrible, but the best. French fry tastes so good, maybe not the best. What is it? Yeah, the kale. Long time ago, somebody gave me a T-shirt. I love kale or something like that. I thought I don't deserve to wear that T-shirt because I don't like kale. So I give it to somebody else. So like kale. Tastes horrible, but the best for your health. It's difficult, it's the best, but difficult is the best, not easy. Transforming suffering into the conditions that leaves you to a better place with space that you can breathe. Not easy, difficult. Or seeing, but seeing this like the problems as something wonderful, not easy, possible, very possible, not easy. Requires a lot of effort. nganzu shedang tabi nimon namla tabjin cheba nganju rinpo gyushis. So in order to challenge anger, you do need a patience. Without patience, you can't challenge anger. You cannot challenge anger. In order to challenge anger, you do need a patience. What is that? Protection of your peace of mind. That's all, nothing more, nothing less. It's not religious things. It's a protection for your peace of. It's a protection for your mind. Jidangi dawoshila tabna ngaji mejun pogi yena. Jidangi dawoshila tabna ngaji mejun pogi ne tabna ngaji. Ngaji shizir dawosha shadala tadu java kaya means. Challenging external enemy that we consider someone is our enemy, challenging them, facing them is not easy. It's not like one of the best events that you are looking for. It's hard. Asking them something not to do, it's facing even the external enemies is like not easy. That is kind of challenge. Similarly here, so when you face the external enemy, there's all kind of challenge occur during the conversations. And unfortunately, some cases, the physical altercations happens. The same thing, challenging, facing your internal enemy, anger, that's also a challenge too. It's not easy. That's why His Holiness said. So if you learn how to face internal enemy, anger, so then when you also not just that, also you learn how to handle the challenge that comes with that practice. So then you can call yourself as a brave, then you are truly brave, So a few more minutes. So then we are truly, we could call ourselves brave. Tele dodes others opposite. Condition one the junior chitangi dohoshi sebani, she will roshi lo tea super legend, nimbuto choice. Tell me say mixa, tell a mixa kind means condition one the junior chitangi dohoshi sebanis. Yeah, so then other side, out of anger, doing all kinds of things. Challenging others physically, mentally, verbally, all kinds of things. Meanwhile, everybody is miserable. You yourself is lost appetite, lost sleep, lost ability to judge, and you are in pain. Everybody else is in pain because everybody's angry. The moment you get angry, then you are in pain. It is hard to do good things when you are in pain. So that's what happens. When you get angry, then challenge that physically, mentally, verbally. Then meanwhile, nobody's happy. It could happen anytime, anywhere, anytime, without much notice. Could happen continuously. One time I was on vacation in Nepal, countryside of Nepal, visiting my aunt, and her friend came there with her, I think 3 daughters. The very reason she came there, and maybe there's one daughter's husband, one son, I think one son, 3 daughters, 1 son together, 4 siblings. Very reason they came there to, she's going to divide, she own land. She's going to call them, all of them, countryside she own. She's dividing them. And we are all eating in the, all of a sudden somebody says something, I have no much clue. So one daughter was the very cup She's eating like smash on the floor. I'm on vacation, so there's nothing anywhere, any moment, anything could happen. So like, yeah, so then, there's always risk to get, you have reason to get angry, so like then you could probably like fight with your aunt, all kind of things. Yeah, so there's always risk, always risk. Someone may do something that you don't like, or somebody does something in your house that you don't like, or some kids, boys doing something you don't like. There's a risk. So therefore, we need patience. We need protections. Patience like armor. We need armor to protect our peace of mind. So patience is one of the best armor that you can produce. You don't need to buy. You can produce. So when you wear that, so somebody does something you don't like, somebody says something you don't like, for you it's not big deal. What is the most important thing? My peace of mind. That's the most important thing. That's my moral responsibility. So I make sure that I protect for any cause. I protect my peace of mind for any cause. When you are in peace, people like to be around because you are not angry. You are calm. You are peaceful. People like to be around. Even the animals, probably they like to be around. So that's your moral responsibility. Any circumstance, we definitely need patience. So look at patience like armor. You are developing, when you are practicing patience, please think that you are producing, you are developing, you are creating the armor that you very much needed in order to protect your peace of mind. Okay, so that's what it is, okay? Here, Dungai is another quality of the suffering. Suffering usually doesn't have qualities. The Shanti Deva says another quality of the suffering. It's hard if you have a lot of problems. It's hard to be proud. Hard to be arrogant and proud because of this issue that you are having. You could say there's another benefit of having issues. Show compassion, be kind, be compassionate, be kind, be respectful. You get maximum benefit. Why? Because everybody likes to be loved, everybody likes to be respected, everybody likes to be loved. Nobody likes to be judged, so you should not judge. It's not only sake of religion, religious belief, sake of your own happiness, you don't like to be judged, same thing, other people don't like to be judged, don't judge. Don't judge. Nothing good comes out of that. So be wiser, be wiser. Be wiser. So be kind, be kind. Everybody enjoys to be around with kind people, kind persons. You ask people, regardless Buddhist, non-Buddhist, believer, not believer, Christian, Muslim, you ask them, do you like to be around with nice people? See what they say. Do you like to be around kind people? So that's why being kind is important, being kind. So spread the practice of kindness, spread the practice of loving kindness, compassion. Practice yourself, spread. Everybody get benefit. Everybody get benefit. Family will be happier. Your relationship will be better, and all of that. Gelek. Be more aware of. I would say it's like almost like what's the best way to say that doesn't sound like religious things. Let's say should not do bad things. I'm not sure how how much that cover. So like digla zem means be conscientious, beware, be conscientious. So what we need, gentle thought, noble thought. That's very much needed. Noble thought, gentle speech, a noble speech, or gentle mind, noble thought, gentle like physical. So that everybody can benefit. So lately, so I'm stop here. So 1 hour is enough. Lately, I've been feeding. There's two beings in my backyard. One is the bird, big bird, kind of like not gray, like it's a big bird. Just can't live under the bush. So of course, there is no. It's hard to do anything without selfish mind. There's always some kind of selfish mind because you want them to be close to you. It's not entirely, but you're also thinking they're hungry. So the bird comes out of the fence and sit there right edge of the fence and look around, kind of like saying, "I'm here. I don't want to come close to you, but I'm here." And just then when you show up, the birds just run under the fence. Then you throw the big piece of nut, bird knows exactly what's happened. The bird comes out, take the nuts, then disappear. It's okay. But so then squirrels kind of hesitate, look around, and then come close. Now it's come right there, And I look at they have no school, they have no religions, they have no educations. And like how that you can become close to someone is purely based on caring, just square probably realize that or see me as a threat, seeing me as a provider or something giving. So that's why the animals, if you do that, humans, so can you imagine all this problem happening all over the world, for what? Very, very unfortunate, but practically there's nothing you can do, just pray. So if you become it's all based on trust, and it takes time. Doesn't happen one day. It takes over time. It kind of builds up. So so that's with animals. It's not related to relatives or neighbors. It's just animals. So I thought we human can do that to other human. So we all become friends. Then everybody feels secure. But so at the moment that every day we pray. So may all sentient beings have happiness and cause of happiness. May all sentient beings have. I say, 4 minutes ago.
Be free from suffering and the causes of suffering.
Yeah, be free from suffering, cause of sufferings. Cause of suffering, most of them we just created. Based on your individual view, belief, theory. So much problem on this planet. We humans just created so much problem. Doesn't have to be that way, but very unfortunately. Fear, greed, clinking, create all kind of problems. So now all the event in the Sudan, kind of heartbreaking. Why? It's just continuous prayer for happiness for each and every living being on this planet. Whenever you do practice, even just saying few mantras at your home, please dedicate, it will benefit, there will be positive impact, Okay, so maybe one being benefit, seeing your way of thinking or admire even one person, wonderful, That's like far more merit than building like hundreds of thousands of stupa in one night, far more merit than that. Okay, so no, yeah, so then continue next Wednesday. Yeah.
In the Gold Prayer Book, please turn to page 235, and we'll read the general dedication prayers. Due to the merits of these virtuous actions, may we quickly attain the state of Guru Buddha and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more. Just as the brave Manjushri and Samandabhadra too realize things as they are, I too dedicate all these merits in the best way that we may follow their perfect example. We dedicate all these roots of virtue, for the dedication prays to the best, by the victorious ones has gone us 3 times, so we might perform good works. We dedicate whatever virtues we have ever collected for the benefit of the teachings and all sentient beings, and in particular for the essential teachings of perfect pure Samdrapa to shine forever. Now the long life prayers, first for His Holiness, 244 and 245. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good, all powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso. Please remain until samsara ends. And then the one for Sarah J. Kenta Rinpoche Jetsun Lo Sandalak, the one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Mahatade, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa and Blessed Void, Lama ornament of Yellow Hat tradition. Please remain until samsara ends. And now prayer for the swift return of Lama Tsongkhapa Rinpoche, peerless teacher and assembly of children of victorious ones, Trabakas Pajeka Buddhas, victorious Losang, daughters and sons, together with their lineage, all the objects of refuge of the infinite lands, please now bestow the virtue and goodness to accomplish this prayer. In holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings, through explanation and practice, wore the armor of patience that is never discouraged, incomparable, venerable Guru, to you I make request. Sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, while striving excessively for the welfare of the victorious one's teachings and mother living beings, you suddenly depart to peace. At this I lost hope. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings in the ocean of 3 jewels and the great waves of the mind generation of the children of victorious ones, may the smile of a new reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples. And then 7 Tara mantras for Geshe and Geshe. Sangpo's long, happy life. Om Taritu Taritu Re Soha. 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 Om Taritu Taritu Re Soha.
Oh yeah, good night. Good night. Oh yeah.
Just a very quick announcement. Robbie spoke on Sunday about doing a puja, sponsoring a puja at Kopan Monastery for Lama Zopa Rinpoche's swift return. The cost of that puja will be about $4,000, and Geshe very kindly recommended that we do this. I want to let you know that it looks like we have raised that. But of course, it's great benefit if anybody wants to, still sponsor it, because it helps create the causes to meet the teacher again. But we have raised that amount already, so thank you.
Oh, hi, Linda. It's Han.